Once upon a time, in a world alive with laughter and shared secrets, there was a boy and a girl. They were inseparable, best friends who could talk for hours on end, their conversations like a never-ending symphony. Time would slow as they texted each other day and night, the rhythmic taps of their fingers keeping them connected across the distance. But one fateful day, the boy's absence pierced her heart. He was nowhere to be found, ignoring her calls and texts, leaving her lost in a sea of worry. Nightfall brought a wave of desperation as tears streamed down her face. In that moment, she realized how deeply she cared for him, her heart aching with longing. Emotions roared in her chest, overpowering her as she wandered through the city's desolate streets. Each step felt heavier than the last, shadows merging with her shattered heart. Perched on a rooftop, bathed in the hues of a dying sun, the girl questioned the fragments of their friendship. The world seemed to hold its breath, waiting for her decision. With trembling hands, she mustered the courage to dial his number, her heart teetering between hope and despair. It was a leap into the uncertain abyss, her final plea for understanding. Words tumbled from her lips, desperate and filled with love, but before she could complete her sentence, she was cut off. The painful silence lingered, echoing the chasm that had formed between them. Tears cascaded down her face, leaving shimmering trails as she made her way out of her home. In her fist, she held a fragile note, her heart's last plea. A shrill ring pierced the air, jolting the boy out of his stunned state. The screen displayed a name he knew all too well, filling his heart with a mix of apprehension and dread. Through the maze of sterile corridors, his steps became a blur of urgency and regret. Each door passed felt like another missed opportunity, driving him forward with a racing heart. With a trembling hand, he clasped her slender fingers, feeling their fragility under his touch. Tears welled in his eyes, etching deep lines of remorse on his face. He whispered words of apology, a promise to make amends, but the words hung heavy in the air.